What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaliyah Michelle.
And I'm Purple, and this is Cocktails and Convo
with Purple
and Lee.
Alright, so we're going to start off by taking a sip of this concoction that Purple done put together. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to call it.
So it's E&J vanilla.
Okay.
With, was it cranberry, apple, and fruit punch? So we had like these little juices. We're going to show y'all the juices in the post.
And of course you didn't taste it, so I don't know.
No, I didn't. Ready? I taste more than E&J than anything. I don't even taste the juices.
I was about to say, hold up, what's that? It's actually not bad.
No, it's not.
Alright, I didn't know what to expect.
Made it happen. Alright. Who went first last episode?
You did.
Alright, so you go first.
Alright. So getting right into these posts. So the first topic is why real men avoid single mothers. And let me read some of these reasons why, because this thing was too long. But the post basically says, number one, never available. You are not a priority. Thinks the world revolves around her and her only. Emotionally unavailable. The ex-baby daddy is always there. The kids are working against you. Those kids will hate you. Entitled attitude, and so on and so forth.
Alright, so hold on. Before we get into comments, we both single mothers, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go down this list, pull the list back up, and we're going to see if these things apply to us.
Okay. Never available. True or not true?
If I like him, not true.
Okay. Same. You are not a priority. I think that's false.
Yeah,
I feel like you have to, you earn your keep. You earn your way.
You could become a priority. You're not going to be a priority straight off the bat, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Thinks the world revolves around her and her only. False.
Yeah, that's definitely false.
Emotionally unavailable. Sometimes true.
I was about to say, I have my moments.
Yeah. The ex-baby daddy is always there.
Yeah,
Negative.
That's definitely no.
The kids are working against you. No, I don't think that's
Now, my thing with that is, you ain't even meet the kids. Like, now, I wouldn't say you don't meet the kids, but at some point, you will. But at first, like, you not, I don't know. I need more than a year of some solidarity before you meet my kids. So
those kids will hate you. I just feel like that's the opinion. That's not necessarily it. Entitled attitude. I just want to know who came up with this.
Right.
Distorted self-image. Not sure what that necessarily means. Always.
It means that you look at yourself differently than everybody else. You feel like there's certain things wrong with you. That's probably like a body.
I feel like that's
thing.
everybody. That you ain't even gotta be a mom.
Yeah. I don't think anybody is like 100% satisfied with their body.
In most cases, she's dating to make her baby daddy jealous. Dishonest. A single mother is a liar. Carries baggage, and more baggage. So, the thing I hated most about this whole post was the fact that they said why real men avoid single mothers, as in to say, women, we never meet no real men.
Like it's just all bad. It's bad. But what the comments say?
Yeah, so one guy was like, y'all already got the answers. I'm not in their heads. I can't say why they do the toxic shit they do. It's not all single mothers. It's just the majority. Somebody else said, this makes no sense in my opinion. Whoever wrote this seems immature or has some personal issues. They got to work around. Real men. Yeah, okay. I agree with whoever made that comment because I just don't understand where they got half of that stuff from.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Alright, so this is like a little fun post. It says, a toy company makes an action figure of you. What 2 accessories do it come with?
Mine will come with a pen because I'm always writing something down and a blanket because I take a nap anywhere.
Not anywhere.
I will take a nap anywhere.
Listen, not only do I take naps anywhere, but I take them in front of and around friends that feel the need to take pictures and send them to me. And I wake up and look at my phone and be like, I'm like, mouth up, hop open, drooling, snoring. Like, why would y'all even? Now I gotta watch who I fall asleep around. Mine would come with. I don't even know.
Let me see. Your
You
laptop.
know what? You said what?
Your laptop.
I was just about to say either my phone or my laptop. And probably All right, no. It would come with my phone, and my phone would have a Mophie case on it because my phone is always dying. Always. And then probably like car keys because I'm always going somewhere. I be on the move. So some of the answers that we got was a phone and AirPods. So somebody said turntables and headphones. And then Ish from Uncomfortable Podcast, just in case y'all don't remember that episode, we're going to put it down in the description. But she said a long tongue and different titty sizes. I don't know why she changing the size of her titties, but okay.
Go
ahead.
Alright, so next question. Do you consider the instant responses to be a response? And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically when somebody texts you and you can click on it and you can either put a thumbs up,
thumbs down, you put a heart, you put an exclamation point, you put a question mark.
I don't know, do you consider it to be a response?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Wait.
It depends on what I ask.
Yeah. No, it's not that it depends on what I ask. I feel like it depends in general because sometimes somebody will say something and I don't understand it. That's a question mark, right? Okay. Sometimes somebody will say something and I'll put a thumbs up, like just like, you know, I liked what they said, but I don't really have nothing to say. So it's just to let you know, like, all right, I see your text, I get what you're saying. Like, I think it's definitely a response.
I feel like it's not a response if I ask you something, which I need you to answer.
And you put a thumbs up.
And you put a thumbs up. Like, if I be like, if we're in, like, I don't like having deep conversations through text, but if it happens to fall into that and I'm like, oh, well, where the fuck was you at? Or something like that. And you put a thumbs up, then you're just trying to be smart. So that's going to irk me. So I feel like it's a response when it's like something quick, like, oh, you on your way, right. Put a thumbs up. Oh, you outside, whatever, question mark, whatever. The comments, somebody said, heck no. Somebody else said it depends. A couple other people said yes, yep. Somebody said no, unless I'm mad. And it means I saw it, it's not a response.
Okay, it means I saw it, it's not a response. That kind of makes sense. All right, so y'all see I got my phone, right? Because this one,
some of these joints.
This one's a little lengthy. So it says, don't shoot me, but it's more difficult to be a father than it is to be a mother. Right? Mm. So then in the comments of the post, the person said, Melissa, because a man isn't allowed to be wrong, we don't give the man 10 plus times to get it right, make mistakes, or simply not be experienced. A mother fails, it's okay, but be better next time. You're a mother. A father doesn't get that. It's straight hustle and always be on point, or you're a deadbeat. They're not allowed to lack anything. Now, I don't think his comment is true. I think all parents, especially young parents, fuck up, or first-time parents, fuck up somewhere in their life of being a parent, whether it's a mother or a father. Like, you're going to have fuck-ups. It's like I said, if it's your first time or you're young, you going to make some mistakes. Just don't drop the baby on the head or nothing like that. But, so some of the comments on Facebook said, it's hard for both. Harder when everyone tries to make it a competition on who has it the hardest. And that was a man. Another guy said, definitely hard on both sides, but I think the other parent tends to make things harder in some cases. We all have expectations, but when falling short, it turns into you being seen as inadequate. That's when things get flipped. All right, so on Instagram, some of the comments was, this is kind of true. It all depends on the side of the fence you looking from. That was a guy. And another guy said, it's true. That's why I've been stopped raising my kids. I'm just joking, but seriously.
Wait, what?
And that was a follower. I know. I was about to hit him up like, hold on. So a female said, here comes Kim Possible trying to save the fucking day. I want her to shut the fuck up at this point. She sounds dumb as fuck. Coming from a mother who ain't got shit easy, I would truly agree and disagree. Mothers take the brunt of the struggle. So, Leah.
I personally don't think that fathers have it harder than mothers. Because there's always rights. There's always things that you can do. There's always, like one thing I don't like is when guys make excuses like, oh, my baby mom won't let me see my child. You can get it. There's ways that you can see your child if you do the work. So I think what that comment said when it was like, oh, you can't be wrong or you're a deadbeat and stuff like that. I feel like that only comes into play when the people are still dealing with each other, because it's still feelings involved. So every little thing they do is hitting you on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't you just do this, or why can't you just do that? Versus, you know what, they're trying. But I don't think that fathers have it harder. In my personal experience, I just feel like, you know, when we first get pregnant, we start, we step up. We
start planning.
We start trying to figure shit
out. What's that line in your phone?
I don't know.
I start planning your life
before you even had a chance to breathe, and that's true. Like when you realize that you're pregnant and you about to have somebody to take care of, you don't wait till the baby get here to start figuring stuff out. You already
hit the ground running.
Who gonna watch them when I go back to work? How much am I gonna have to pay for this? How much formula they gonna need? How many diapers? Blah blah blah. It's like your mind is already there when sometimes the other parent is like, oh, when they get here, we're gonna take care of it.
We'll figure it out.
And it's not necessarily that they're doing anything wrong, just because they're not doing it how you would want it done. But I don't think it's fair to say that fathers have it harder. But
I think it's the opposite. I think mothers have it harder, and in most cases, because in most cases, fathers have the choice whether to be in the child's life or not.
Yeah.
We carry the child for 9 months, so at that point, once we give birth, like, we here,
yeah.
We already there. Whereas though for the fathers, a lot of the times for that 9 months that the child is growing inside of her, you're doing whatever, living your best life, once the child get here, I think for fathers, the hard part comes in when it comes to balance. And somebody said something about competition. I feel like a lot of times, if you're not with the parent and you guys are co-parenting, there's a competition on who's going to be the best parent.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like I said, most mothers don't have a choice on whether or not they're going to be a mother. Like, now, granted, there are deadbeat mothers who have kids and disappear or be MIA, but for the most part, we're there. It's our baby. We carry the child.
Right. Like, the guy don't have to worry about taking off work.
Right.
The guy don't really have to worry about, like, oh, who gonna watch them this day? They plan out their whole schedule and be like, oh, you need me to get them what day?
Right.
I
gotta do this
every day.
So it's like, can you pick them up? It's more of an obligation, and it should be for both parents, but I feel like it's more of an obligation for the mother. The expectations for a mother now I'm not gonna say it's always been the case, but I know when I had my son, the expectations for me to be present and be there was a lot larger than it was for the fathers of my son. And I don't really know what that reason is. I will say now, 2021, I see a lot more fathers stepping up and, handling responsibilities and fighting to see their kids and stuff like that. So kudos to them.
Yeah.
You still get a deadbeat here and there, but I feel like because being a deadbeat is so frowned upon, and you shame guys now, they want to be like, no, that ain't me, I'm here.
And it should be like that.
Yeah,
because a lot of guys be acting like they can't do stuff when it comes to their kids, and they kind of just back away. No, fight for your child.
Right.
All right, this is another long post, so I have to read this one. All right.
Yeah, that's the one from the day. This joint is interesting.
All right, so I had to copy and paste it. This is not even a whole post actually, but I wasn't writing all that. But it says, I'm currently dating my friend's ex. She told me she didn't want me dealing with him simply because it made her uncomfortable. He's a really great guy, and they dated years ago. She refuses to be in the same room as us, and I can't talk to her about him. We've become extremely distant lately, and I don't want to lose him or her. Do I end things with him to get my friend back, or wait and see if she comes around? And my question was, do you feel like she was wrong, and what advice would you give her? So the Instagram comments was like flat out, she out of pocket, never date the ex, shaking my head, grimy, you should never have did it, and it didn't just happen. Now I gotta read the Facebook posts because these
Facebook went in. Y'all went in.
These Facebook posts.
Girl, first of all, I read this post and now I was reading the comments. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta talk about this.
Yeah, because these comments was like super long. And I was kind of happy for the guys that responded too, because I meant to say that the guys can respond.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for women, but it said you must honor your friends who will be their king after the relationship is over. I'd never hop in bro pool after he deemed it unsuitable. I don't know why I found that funny. But someone else said nobody has a claim to anybody unless it's through marriage. The friend either lets her bitter feelings go elsewhere or she goes to find a new friend. I think she should I think she should respect her friend's wishes, even if it was some years ago. I don't want anyone my friend wants and vice versa. Whether the relationship lasts or not, as my friend, you should feel uncomfortable. On the other hand, we are grown. I don't have to be around or hear about it, so do you, boo. But would it be wrong if I wasn't her friend because of her relationship with my ex? No, that's my feelings and clearly her friend's feelings too, but other friends might be okay with that. Shout out to Terry, because I feel like Terry be commenting on a lot of this stuff.
Shout out to Terry, she really do. I actually met Terry in person. She bought some jewelry from me.
Yeah.
Yep, so she cool peoples.
Alright, so she said, it's no advice you can give a person like that. She wasn't raised right. It's too late. If you wasn't raised to value friendship and family, it's really no hope for you. When Mayana was growing up, she would do something that I would identify as shady to her friends. She was reprimanded. I was not finna have no snake for a daughter. My friend would be wasting her time because all my exes still love me. So if we all in the same room, she's the one who's going to be feeling uncomfortable. This is a mess. So I don't know if this guy read this right. He said, I wouldn't have done that, but what's done is done. If it leads to marriage, let your friend go. I want to assume that he's meaning if if the
ex and the friend get married, then let her go.
Oh yeah, so I guess, but I don't know. What you think about that?
Oh, so Lord Jesus. So growing up, and when I say growing up, I mean like when I was a teenager. Every now and then, me and a friend would find this like a guy attractive, the same guy attractive. And for me, my rule of thumb was either she can have him or neither one of us can. Because 90% of the time, so for me, with my friends and their guys, once my friend deals with him, he's kind of like off limits. Like, I don't even look at him like that anymore. Like, it's just like, no, I'm good. First of all, I can't. If you dated him and you was kissing him, like, I want to kiss him too, and so it would be a no for me, especially if my friend said it made her uncomfortable. Now, I will say I've been in a situation where I met a guy and didn't know that my friend knew him and they had something and we started, dating or talking or whatever. In that situation, I would talk to my friend. If she had an issue with it, then I'd be like, we gotta chill. If she was cool with it, then, especially if it was years ago and it was just a fling or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. First of all, her being uncomfortable with it, me knowing that's her ex, I wouldn't even start dating him, start talking to him or nothing like that. He would automatically be off limits. But if this happened maybe before me and her met, or I didn't know, and like I said, it was just a fling, then that's kind of like a sticky situation. What about you?
I feel like once she said it made her uncomfortable, that should have just already been a no. That was just a complete disregard for her feelings, period. And that's a pet peeve of mine. It's why ask if you're not going to consider it anyway? Mm-hmm. It's you ask her, hey, I'm dating such and such. Do you care? She's like, oh, it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, and you still gonna do it anyway. So it's what the fuck was the purpose?
Yeah, why even ask me or tell me or?
I would have rather you just go ahead and do what you do.
Yeah.
And like you said, I can't look at none of my friends' exes like that. Once I know that you dealt with them,
I'm good. And I've had plenty of friends, exes in my inbox, and I'll be like, and it be friends that I'm not even friends with no more.
But that's what I was about to say. So many people, it's a lot of people, friends that I haven't talked to in literally years, people that I fell out with, and they old boo people's ex-boyfriends be in my DMs or trying to talk to me, and I be like, no, and it's literally because I know who you used to talk to,
right?
And they be trying to throw it in my face like, oh, y'all
not even cool
no more. Y'all don't talk to me. I don't care.
None of that matters. Yeah. So we got a couple of little friend posts. So this is another one. We actually mentioned this on our last episode. So when going out with 3 or more friends, how do you split the check? So we've had 3 like consistent answers. One was we split it evenly. Mm-hmm. One was everybody pay for what they got. And one was I pay for everything. I need that friend. Where that friend?
I ain't see that coming.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those comments. Now, you know, to give you guys some specifics on what people say. Somebody said, by what we ordered, I don't think it's fair to do equally because someone could have ordered what they knew they couldn't afford and equally off them is spending more. But also, I have no problem covering a friend's meal or tip if needed. And I have, somebody said, last time I went out with more than 3 friends, I paid for everyone. That's the friend I was talking about. Normally, we just get separate checks since it's all on a tablet or something. So that was Instagram. On Facebook, they said, so we had a couple of people say the same thing, like, you know, I pay for everything. But somebody said split evenly. Somebody said separate checks, split evenly amongst all. Somebody said in the past 15 years or so, none of my friends pay when we go out unless they sneak and pay. But I only have a few friends I go out with. So, okay. Somebody said it has to be a discussion before going. All the details, especially going to a high-end restaurant. Myself don't mind splitting evenly. So, what you doing, Lynn?
Split evenly. Like, well, because of COVID, it hasn't been really many instances where I've gone out with 3 or more people. But usually, like, on a regular time, if it's like an occasion, maybe like one of my girlfriend's birthdays or something, it's already known, like, whoever birthday it is, they not paying.
Right.
And the majority, everybody else, they split it evenly. That's why I always, the only discussion we might have beforehand with somebody that's coming out, they maybe don't usually come out with us, is you better get what you want. Because
see, I like that friend.
Get what you want because we're splitting this bill evenly. Like, I hate when it's be like, somebody be like, oh, well, I only had a cup of water. But why you come out? Because you knew we was coming to this restaurant. And, or if you know you don't have it, you know, maybe you don't get paid till next week, reach out to somebody and say, listen, can you spot me or something, so they not blindsided when you sit at the table and you don't have no money and nobody
I'm the broke friend, but I let everybody know I'm broke. So the thing somebody mentioned was split evenly is it's the way you do it. Like, if you're going out with friends, then you can keep it real with us. And if you ain't got it for real, like you said, let somebody know. We'll figure it out. But don't come and do the split evenly thing and everybody ordering food and you go above and beyond and get a bunch of expensive stuff and think we gonna be splitting this evenly. But I also feel like I don't really like the whole spotting me thing. So if I'm coming out and I'm like, I only want to spend this much, then I'm gonna let everybody know, like, all right, I'm only getting this and I'm gonna pay for this, and then y'all can figure out the rest. Like, if everybody bill $50 and I only got like $25, $30 on me, like, I'm gonna let y'all know, and then we can figure it out from there. But I don't mind splitting evenly either. It's just like, why not?
Yeah, I hate when somebody gets a bill and be like, hold up, listen.
You start doing math? Start doing math? Like, all right, I had this $19.99. I only had one of these. I ain't even want those shots. You said
I know, that shrimp was nasty.
You said you was getting them.
I ain't asked for this. Listen, it's all on the table. Y'all all better eat. Everybody eats. Everybody gonna eat. Everybody gonna pay. Because we're not about to sit up and do all that.
All right. We had another friend question, right?
I think that was it on mine.
No, I had another one.
What does it mean to be a true friend?
Yes.
That's the one where it didn't get no comments. I don't think we got no comments on Instagram or Facebook. So.
All right, then we're not even gonna go over that one. We gonna run it back. We gonna post it again and give y'all a chance
to y'all comment on all the ratchet shit.
All the ratchet shit. All the not being friend shit.
Exactly.
All the, oh no, she out of pocket stuff. Exactly. But y'all can't tell us who the real friend is?
Yes. What do y'all consider to be a real
We
friend?
need deets. Because if y'all going out to eat with people, then, you know, you split the checks
at least
evenly.
one good real friend. So I need y'all to
Hopefully.
tell me what's the traits, what's the characteristics.
Yes. All right, y'all. So, we are going to reveal the winners of our trivia episode next episode. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Like always, comment and interact and inbox us if you want us to talk about a specific topic. Make sure you go and watch all of our episodes that you haven't already watched, because one of the things that happen is people contact me and want us to talk about stuff that we've already talked about.
Right.
So before making suggestions, check out all of our past episodes, and we'll see you guys next time.
You gotta follow us.
Follow us on Instagram.
Instagram, Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's. YouTube, Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's, or you can look up Cocktails and Convo with Purple and Lee. Also, Facebook group Cocktails and Convo with 2 S's. Make sure y'all give us feedback. We looking for music. We looking for drink suggestions.
Sponsors.
We looking for sponsors.
All that jazz.
Everything. So,
fellas, thank you for interacting and commenting. This is not a female-only show. Promise y'all. We actually are going to have some males on our show soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned.